Andrew, we were breaking it down, and we'll go through the Essential 1 right now so you can see it's less than 20 cents a capsule if you go for the larger size. And many of you know that when it's a today's special, Andrew does special sizes. So let's take a look at the Essential 1, the foundational product that absolutely all of us should consider purchasing. We have the 50 caps, the 100, the 200, and the 400. Just something I noticed earlier, normally the 200 caps is $95 or so. Today we're doubling up for less money, less than 80. And it's on 4 flex.
What I was noticing earlier, if you go to the 100 capsule right there on that chart, 100 capsules is normally $54.90. So for $25 more, you're getting 300 capsules. You're getting 10 months.
Right.
So, and this is what happens when we do a Today Special like this. We're manufacturing, and you'll see, I'm not sure if we'll do it this hour. We might do it in the evening.
Okay.
We have these enormous blenders here now. Those enormous blenders, because every time we do a blend, every time you do every step in a factory like this, there's all these laboratory analyses, there's all these steps that we have to take to ensure the quality of the product. By increasing the volume of each blend, it enables us to do everything much more efficiently. When we do a production run like this for this Today Special, it enables us to purchase all of the raw materials more efficiently. And when you're looking at the raw materials here, there's a large number of raw materials.
It's a long list.
That, in fact, it's only recently that companies making products for eye health included lutein and zeaxanthin.
Right.
We give 1,000 micrograms of lutein and zeaxanthin, 1,000 micrograms of lycopene. The leading multivitamins basically provide 0 of those. A couple of them provide a tiny bit of lutein and a tiny bit of lycopene. Biotin, and by the way, these 4 ingredients here, it's kind of coincidental that they're there, but they are, by cost per kilo, the 4 most expensive ingredients. Actually, also our folate complex, the methyl folate complex, as we call it, the 5-MTHF, methyl tetrahydrofolate.
Wow.
Those are the most expensive ingredients in this formula. You won't find 5-MTHF in any leading multivitamin. You won't find 500 micrograms of biotin in any leading multivitamin. You see 30, 1/17 as much, about 6% as much. Lutein in leading multivitamins, virtually all of them contain 0. A couple contain 250. Lycopene, a couple might contain a couple of hundred, but 97, 98% of them is 0. Zeaxanthin, 0. Those are the most expensive ingredients. Why are they basically not seen at all in the leading multivitamins? By asking the question, I answered it. They're so expensive. So you're basically deprived of those in those leading multivitamins. Then vitamin D, vitamin B12. The 2 most important nutrients that anyone should contemplate. In fact, so many people get B12 injections because it's so difficult to get from our diet, so difficult to absorb. Our B12 is different for 2 reasons. Our B12 is different, first of all, because it's in its natural coenzyme form. In our body, the methylcobalamin form is the form that our body uses. In multivitamins, the form, or typical B12 supplements, the typical form is something called cyanocobalamin. It's a synthetic form. It needs to be converted to the methylcobalamin form. And that cyanocobalamin, when your body does that conversion, it liberates trace amounts of cyanide.
Wow.
And yes, some folks might say, well, but cyanide's we have trace amounts of cyanide in the human diet.
Right.
Okay. Those are there, trace amounts in the human diet. When someone is creating a supplement for you with B12, they don't need to burden you with more cyanide, especially when there's a perfectly wonderful form, that's the natural coenzyme form, methylcobalamin, except that it costs much more. Again, they don't use it. Vitamin D. I've talked about vitamin D till I was kind of as blue in the face as a tire shirt. Back 40 years ago, when I introduced my original multivitamin, one of the most constant sources of criticism I received from experts, from doctors back in the day, was that I had 1,000 IU of vitamin D in my formula, that it was too much.
Wow.
But the science compelled those levels. Other products had 200 or 400. But you have to turn the clock back and think 40 years ago, the perspective that people had. So 40 years ago, we had 1,000 IU of vitamin D3. Now the science compels 2,000. We have a version of this formula that is 1,000 if you want it.
Yeah.
But the science really compels 2,000, and it eliminates for most people the need to take a separate vitamin D supplement. So I eliminate a separate vitamin D and a separate B12, which are the two most common separate supplements that if you got your blood tested at your doctor, for the majority of Americans, we'd be told that we are insufficient or deficient in vitamin D and vitamin B12.
Right.
So with this multivitamin, we treat those nutrients as important separate vitamins, and that's the other chart that Adam has that underscores the exceptional value here. That if you just look at the first two lines, that's all we really needed to focus on. That B12 250, that's a product we have. At normal HSN price would be $77.67. At special purchase price, it would have still been close to $60.
Right.
So at $60, you're getting the same amount of B12 that you're getting in a 25 ingredient multivitamin. At, say, at special purchase pricing, whatever we do, event pricing, on vitamin D3, you'd be spending in the 50s for 400 capsules. And today you're getting both of those and the lutein, the lycopene, the zeaxanthin, the 5-MTHF form of folic acid, because a substantial percentage of Americans can't process directly folic acid to convert it into its active form. That's why we include the 5-MTHF. So there's no other multivitamin at any supermarket, any pharmacy, any of the big box discount stores that comes close to this. What's most amazing about this formula is usually for all of those good things, you expect there's going to be a downside. It's going to cost a fortune. It's going to be super expensive given the higher potency, given the special ingredients, the costly ingredients. But this is less than 20 cents a day. Also, you'd figure at that high potency, it's going to be difficult on your stomach. It's going to be a big pill. It's hard to swallow. Because my products are 100% pure and additive free, no other multivitamin can say that. No other line of vitamins can say that. I can say that about all my products. We don't add anything to them, just the ingredients you want. Because it's pure and nothing else is added, it comes in a very, very, very small capsule, a soft capsule, not a rock hard tablet with artificial colors and other additives. So that soft capsule contains an ultrafine powder, so when you swallow it, that powder gets liberated. It's going to not upset your stomach at all. In fact, it tends to be somewhat settling to the stomach rather than the other. So I should just open a capsule. Well, show a capsule first. If you look, that's the capsule. It's tiny compared to some of these kind of horsey pills, as you could see there.
And it's not rainbow colored, Andrew.
Yep. And then, yeah, not rainbow colored, no artificial colors. I mean, it really is an insult to our intelligence. I think it's disrespectful that when you're getting a multivitamin, what is the reason you get a multivitamin? Health.
To get multivitamins into our body.
It's health.
To do good.
Health. It's all about our health. It's the only basis for taking a multivitamin, multimineral supplement is our health.
Right.
What is the one consistent thing that we would view something as an artificial color as? Unhealthy.
Sure.
In fact, if you go to, I think, major health food store lines or things like Whole Foods and things like that, in fact, I think one of their basic rules is a ban against artificial colors.
Right.
Yet the most popular multivitamins in America
That's weird.
contain artificial colors. Yet, in fact,
weird.
I've noticed, and I talked about this about 20 years ago on TV, probably 30 years ago, that even if you look at something, an antihistamine, it's an antihistamine called diphenhydramine, Benadryl. Benadryl always came in these pink pills or pink capsules. They even make a dye-free version, an artificial color-free version, because they recognize that people don't want that artificial color, especially children, for their children. So why are these artificial colors in what's supposed to be a healthy product?
Right.
And beyond the fact that we give you more of what you want, we put it in the better form, we put it in a form that'll be easy to swallow and not upset your stomach, and we make it incredibly affordable, and this is why it won't upset your stomach. That little capsule, you could do this at home and put it in, you could put it in oatmeal, you could put it in a smoothie, but those are, and what's great about that, those are the actual ingredients as they arrive here. You know, we specify each of our ingredients in a specific kind of granulation, a specific granular size, as they call it, the mesh size. So we specify because we want to make sure that when we're putting together all of these things, it's a little bit of art and science in those big blenders to get them to blend perfectly and homogeneously, such that if you sample randomly from a big blend that could be hundreds of kilos, could be over 1,000 pounds, that when you sample for that blend, the distribution of things like biotin and lutein and magnesium and manganese and vitamin E is perfectly distributed so that it exactly emulates the formula. So, and we do that in an ultrafine powder that disperses instantly. It's super soluble. So instead of some rock-hard tablet, and these are rocks.
Well, they are.
You put minerals in a multivitamin, multimineral. What is a compressed, dense, hard mineral? It's a rock.
Right.
So if you're wondering why these upset your stomach, think about how you'd feel if you swallowed rocks, even healthy minerals, healthy rocks. It's not going to be a pleasant experience in your mouth, in your throat. And then, of course, they coat the tablets, many of them, with sweet components that we might try to be avoiding sugar in our diet, but there's generally sugar coating those tablets, partly because they make them stick together, or on the coating because when they are in your mouth, it tastes better.
It's just so weird to think that the thing that we're taking, consuming, that's supposed to be the healthy thing for us is full of not so healthy choices. Well, we are extremely busy. Obviously, this is the one day a year where Andrew does his Essential1 multivitamin at the very best pricing. So if you need to stock up like I do, I ordered mine at midnight when Andrew launched with Shannon. This will set you forth on that next year. One of the reasons why, and perhaps I should not say this, but I'm going to say it. One of the reasons why this is truly one of my favorite products on HSN is because I could stand here and talk to you about it all day long. We will, in the next 10-15 minutes, compare it. We'll compare this to Centrum and One A Day and all the multivitamins that you and I have typically been taking, and we'll stand them up against this so you can see the difference. Many of us are very loyal to certain brands and we've been taking them for a long time, and that's fabulous. It's upsetting when we find that that loyalty is misplaced. What I would ask today, if you've been with Andrew for the past 2 decades, if you're just joining us for the very first time, start taking Andrew's multivitamin. It's giving you more, so expect more rather than less of all the right levels, the right ingredients, the purity is there. And obviously pricing. That's one of the things that I know Andrew is most proud about, that he's delivering the best of the best at prices that truly are astonishing. If you look at this, nobody can argue that we cannot do this for ourselves. If we're not having or giving ourselves the best possible diet, we're not getting the right levels of these vitamins. We can do it for a price of what? $79 and change for the 400 caps. That works out at less than 20 cents a capsule, less than $20 on FlexPay. And Andrew, one of the things that obviously marks today is that this is the one day where the economies of scale allow this to happen.
Right. Well, this is what, certainly for me as a manufacturer, I'm not sure if it applies to other brands when they do a Today Special, but for me, what drives the savings in the Today Special is the fact that it is a disproportionate amount of the volume of this product for a year. As popular as this is, and every month at HSN, this is among the most popular reorder products of our line, and our products are the most popular reorder products at HSN. But this product today, it's, again, as I said before, we're not making hundreds of thousands of capsules or millions of capsules. We're making tens, or we made tens of millions of capsules. And the efficiency of that, and that's what this entire facility was built around. Not just built around producing the volumes we need to produce for a year, but built around the ability to be super, super efficient for a Today Special. And by being super, super efficient for a Today Special, that's the kind of savings. So if you went back a few years ago, our largest blender here effectively blended about 40 cubic feet.
Wow.
Our largest blender today effectively blends 300 cubic feet. So we've increased our blending capacity 8 times. So that means we've eliminated 8 blending steps each time. And for a Today Special like this, there's probably a dozen blends in that large blender to get this done. So think about the hundreds of blends, and each blend comes with all sorts of analytical testing, all sorts of cleanup and things like that. So sorry to digress, but we have built this facility around, we've built it around a studio. So we've built it around what we do here on television. And what we do here on television is we have our products available year round. The reason why this is a 400 capsule supply is so it lasts a year.
Yep.
So it's going to take you, that's 1 capsule a day. So this is not one of those products it's called Essential1 because it's 1 capsule a day. And it's a common question that I should have answered earlier. Many people think when they see the high potency levels, I got to take 4 or 5 of those a day. 1 capsule because there's no additives. So all the space of that capsule is all the things that you're looking for. So 1 capsule a day. So this is a year's supply. So it really is less than 20 cents a day and free shipping and handling. And most importantly, Reading the reviews, and I could go through some of the reviews here today, that when you look at the reviews, most people are astounded at the potency, the fact that they can swallow this easily, the fact that it just does not upset your stomach at all.
Andrew, I don't want to labor this point, but it is important to me, as somebody that knows you and has really done the research after I worked with Andrew. It's not a question of this being a good product. If you compare it, you cannot buy better than this.
No, what I've often said, I've had all these funny slogans over the years, that one of the ones that I first talked about this, because we did so many things differently from being 100% pure, additive free in a capsule. I started my company 40 years ago making capsules. That's all we do is capsules. You couldn't find a company in the dietary supplement space that really focused on capsules 40 years ago. Even now, I'd stay still in the dietary supplement space. 95+% of the products out there are tablets. Tablets are cheaper. They're harder to swallow. They're not as easy on your stomach. So from the very beginning, we've done everything differently from the forms of the nutrients. Cyanocobalamin is an inferior form.
Right.
The leading brands want you to think all vitamins are created equal. They're not. Chemically speaking, cyanocobalamin is not the same as methylcobalamin. It has to be converted. It liberates cyanide. Methylcobalamin is the form your body naturally and normally uses. Plus, we all know that B12 is destroyed pretty much completely by the acid in our stomach. So we need to protect it. We do. I'm not aware of anybody else that's doing that in a leading multivitamin. So what I've said a long time ago was our product, because it was such almost an unfair comparison, is I said, you could compare us to our competition, but there really is none. You know, there's no comparison, and there's really no competition. If you really compare apples to apples, you know, this is an apple and theirs is a rock. It's just entirely different species.
On every level, you go from the way it's made, all solar powered, you go to the formula, the ingredients, the purity, the easy to swallow capsule, every single level, side by side, this is better. And that's why I encourage you, even with our money back guarantee and the 30 days and everything else. I said a little while ago, Andrew, that many of us, though, we grow up and we are loyal to things and brands. We see the fancy commercials, we see people running around on the beach.
What's funny is when it comes to vitamins, if there's one thing the research talks about, and my brand tends to defy this, because even when you read the reviews, you'll see reviews saying, I reviewed this product originally 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, that typically we all go from vitamin to vitamin to vitamin until they make us sick. And that's typically what happens with multivitamins. They're generally horribly reviewed. I didn't even mention, and I should read some reviews, that the reviews on this product, even when I read the little table we have on the reviews of this product, we don't pull out the bad reviews. That if you just look at 5-star reviews, 5-star reviews are over 85%. 4- and 5-star reviews, excellent and perfect. 4- and 5-star reviews are over 93%. And 3, 4, good, excellent, and perfect. 3, 4, and 5-star reviews are over 97%. So, I mean, I'm very proud of this product. I have great expectations for its reviews. When I'm surprised at how great the reviews are, because I know how hard it is to please everyone. And certainly I try to please everyone.
I know you do.
The leading brands, they don't try. Their products have changed insignificantly over the decades. My product, I've had Essential1 in existence for 40 years. I think I've probably gone through at least 50 or 60 subtle formula changes over the years. Because when a new form of a nutrient comes out, I might not make a big deal about it, but your next bottle had that new form of B12 or had that new form of vitamin E or vitamin C. That's always how we've done things.
Well, they are telling me, and it's important to know, we are extremely busy. Right now, if you're on hold, I promise we'll get to you. If you go online at hsn.com or download the HSN app, you can beat the rush. I will say this, the 400 count, which is the special size for today, is outselling the others 3 and 4 to 1. So that biggest savings is what's attracting most people. And since it is typically a, 1 per day product, it makes sense to go for the 400 counts. If you do go for the 400 count, typical pricing will be $170. Today you get it for under $80. That's less than 20 cents a capsule.
better than buy one, get one free.
It is.
And even on the 200 capsules, it's just over 20 cents a capsule. So it's under 20 cents a capsule on the 400, and that's, as I said, better than buy one, get one free. I often joke if I was really good at marketing, I would do it as a buy one, get one free. But I guess I'm better at making vitamins than I am at doing marketing. So just great savings. You're saving $90. And simply, if you were going to get the best B12 in the world or the best vitamin D in the world at the levels here, mind you, it's 2,000 IU of vitamin D, it's 250 micrograms of B12. Those are exceptional high potency levels of both of those that you would only expect in a separate supplement. You're getting both of those. If you were buying them separately, the two together at HSN price would be over $150. Even at an event price would be well over $100. That's for two ingredients, and that doesn't consider the special form of folic acid, the high levels of biotin, the lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin. Those 5 ingredients are the most expensive ingredients in the formula. That little price comparison there. So it's hard to give a sense of this so with how much you're getting and how reasonable a price it is. And that doesn't even consider if you don't really care about the numbers, you're just going to trust that you're getting what you need, but you want an experience that's not miserable, then you need to stop taking a tableted multivitamin. And I'm sorry to say that. Tablets are not in your best interest as a consumer or my best interest as a consumer. Tablets are just something that are cheap and easy to make. Capsules are much more difficult to make. It eliminates the burden of additives and everything to your body if you make capsules properly, as we do. Ours are 100% pure. No one else in the world does that. So it's different. I know I often have to apologize. When you see someone on TV, you generally don't think they're the manufacturer of the product. Usually they're some spokesperson that was hired. I started this company 40 years ago. This is my baby, this is my company, this is the facility that we built. So you are in the manufacturing facility where your vitamins are being made. And again, typically on TV shopping, we think about wonderful apparel or wonderful makeup or wonderful jewelry, whatever it might be, or great electronics. I mean, that's where I got my last. So, but we typically don't think of vitamins. And it's just a bizarre twist of fate.
A wonderful twist. That
had me sitting at the offices of QVC 30 years ago, and I spent almost 6 years at QVC, and ever since then I've spent 22 years here, I believe, at HSN, and now we're all one big happy family. But it's kind of strange that the best vitamins in the world that we seek to make, and we constantly change them and evolve them to make sure they're the best in the world, are available only at a TV shopping channel.
It's unusual for maybe somebody that has never bought anything from us before. It is a wonderful experience. I can't say more than I have. It's the most important thing you can do is invest in yourself. You know, many of us, when we're faced with choices, well, do I get this one or this one or this brand or this brand? There is no comparison. A lot of times when I meet people, and they ask me, well, what should I get from HSN? What's good? And I'll mention Andrew, and sometimes heard of Andrew, sometimes not. And I'll start talking about his vitamins, and they'll say, well, I take Centrum, or I take one a day. And I stop them. I stop them, and we talk about it. I beg them, please compare the two. There is no comparison. And perhaps you just took one of those products today. If you look at this, and you look at the label, and you look at the ingredients, and you compare this to what you're taking, there is only one winner. It's this one, no question about it. So this is the day to do it, the only day of the year to get the very best value, the very best pricing. You can see I kind of get a pep in my step when I talk about Essential1. It's my first Andrew Lessman product that I ever purchased, and I would recommend it to everybody out there. It's that foundational product, the one item that you should definitely take. I mean, Andrew, truth be told, the reason why so many doctors do recommend a multivitamin is because most of us are not getting the proper levels per day.
Well, it's recognized. I could quote numerous medical journals, scientific journals, talking about the fact that a multivitamin is where we need to go, because vitamins and minerals are the nutrients that define a healthy diet, and most Americans don't have a healthy diet as defined by the nutrients they're not getting.
Right.
So, but what's unique about ours, doctors recognize, and that's why they test for vitamin D levels and test for vitamin B12 levels, and they should, but they recognize the deficiencies and insufficiencies that are rampant in those two nutrients. So with mine, you're just not getting a little bit of B12 and a little bit of vitamin E. We treat them as the serious separate supplements they ought to be treated like. So if all you're interested in getting is a vitamin D supplement, or all you're interested in getting is a vitamin B12 supplement, then with mine, for the same price as my B12 or for the same price as my vitamin D, either one, you're getting the whole 9 yards. You're getting all of the nutrients, and I'll grab that chart again. Excuse me. You're getting all of these. You're getting, and what's incredible is you're getting special forms of everything. We have a brand new special form of vitamin E, a crystalline form of vitamin E that's more bioavailable. No one else has that.
Right.
Non-acidic vitamin C. And then as we go down to our special protected B12 in its coenzyme form, no one else has that, no one else does that. They all should be using methyl B12. Our special folate complex. Biotin, the beauty vitamin. Biotin at the same levels as my original Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nail formula.
Oh
my Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nail formula we introduced over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
2 capsules delivered 500 micrograms of B12, of folic acid. How much, or biotin, sorry. How much biotin do we have here? 500. So the same exact levels. So you could go down the list, and what I'm trying to do is demonstrate what a value this is for over a year. This will last 13 months. For 13 months, for less than 20 cents a day, for less than $6 a day, I've seen at those fancy coffee places, you can spend that much on one of their special blended coffee drinks or a smoothie or something like that. And in this case, it lasts for an entire month, and it's far more nutritious than they are. And of course, ours won't upset your stomach. It will be easy to swallow. It's 100% pure, and none of those things can be said about any leading multivitamin available anywhere in the world, certainly here in the US.
Well, we are being pushed along. There's only about 10 minutes left in this presentation. If you're heading out for the day, don't miss out on the opportunity. It's that very special pricing that makes it attractive and affordable for every single one of us out there. Andrew, I have to tell you though, nearly a decade ago, there was one thing that you did that was the real convincing icing on the cake to me.
Right.
You showed me a chart that compared you versus the Centrums and the One-A-Days.
Right.
That was remarkable. That just convinced me.
And it borders on unfair to do it. I mean, if we talk about additives and things like that, the leading brands all contain artificial colors. We do not.
So sad.
You know, so when you look at my product, inside that capsule, I opened it a few moments ago, it's just a powder. And the only thing that powder is made up of are all of those nutrients in that chart I showed you a moment ago.
Yeah.
That's it. To make a tablet, you have to add basically kind of glue to the tablet. So you have to coat all those granules with glue, so when you slam them together under tens of thousands of pounds per square inch of pressure to create a rock, that they stick together. And then you coat them. But then, of course, you added pretty colors because it's not enough. I mean, what did Shannon say last night? We make beige beautiful. It's beige. That's the natural color of the ingredients in this product. My apologies if it doesn't go with any kind of fancy decor, but it gives you exactly what you want. It gives you the vitamins and minerals you need at the levels you want in the proper forms. And again, as I said before, if you're making an inferior product, it's in your interest to convince everyone that they're all created equal.
Yeah.
That all vitamins are created equal. Vitamin B12 is vitamin B12, vitamin C is vitamin C. It's all the same.
Right.
But they're not. And vitamin C could be very distressing to your stomach if it's not in a non-acidic form. Vitamin B12 is basically not going to be bioavailable, useful to you if it's not delivered in its proper form. These are the things, we have reviews that talk about the fact that previously no supplement ever delivered B12 such that injections were required by the individual writing the review. And of course, talk to your doctor about these things, but our B12 is bioavailable. You could take it orally, and it's available to be absorbed. So it's something that we should all know our vitamin D levels. We should all know our B12 levels. And this is a product that delivers on both of those, and you could see in black and white when you look at the test how it delivers. But I wanted to just, this one chart here does a quick summary of the unique characteristics of the formula, which convenient, just one capsule daily. Again, as I said, many people think because it's so high potency that it's many capsules a day.
Right.
Just one small, not a big capsule, one small, easy to swallow capsule, ultrafine powder. Economical, about 20 cents a day, less than 20 cents in the large size. Each capsule contains an ultrafine powder that dissolves rapidly and comfortably. It's designed to be not just pH neutral, but a little subtly buffering. So if anything, it will tend to settle your stomach rather than upset your stomach. It's good to take with food, not because it diminishes any chance of upsetting your stomach, because that's when vitamins and minerals are best absorbed. That's when our body, our digestive system, is most receptive to the absorption of these key nutrients in the presence of food, because that's how they used to come. So what we want to do is take it with a meal, because that stimulates the best opportunity to get the best results. No large, hard to swallow and hard to digest rock hard tablets. The only reason those exist is because it's cheaper for the companies that make them.
Right.
They don't exist for you or your benefits absolutely at all. So next time you're swallowing a large vitamin tablet, know that those were made with the interests of the company making it in mind and not with your interests in mind. We make no tablets. I've never made tablets. 40 years we make capsules, and that's why you read the reviews of my products, that they don't upset the stomach, they're easy to swallow. In fact, there are multiple sizes of capsules larger than the sizes we use, but I refuse to go to a very large capsule. All my capsules are small, ultrafine powder in them, so they won't upset your stomach, they're easy to swallow. And again, what good is even, you could take all of these wonderful nutrients that we use, the best in the world, the 5-HTMF, the MTHF, all the special form of say, lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin, biotin, the levels and forms that we provide, vitamin C, and put them in a big tablet, and no matter how perfect all of those ingredients and all the levels and all the forms were, it completely undermines it. It completely destroys the product, because it will be hard to swallow, it will upset your stomach, and you will stop using it. The only vitamin that works is one that works for you, that you're going to want to take. And that means you can't just focus on the nutrients and the forms and everything. You have to focus on the physical form, the basic form it takes. And that's what we do. So I'm elaborating on it a little too much, but it's important to the experience.
It is.
Because if the experience of taking it and using it isn't good, then I don't care how much it's going to give you what you need, you will stop using it and not get what you need.
I just appreciate being able to get it from, for want of a better phrase, the horse's mouth, hearing from the creator, the founder, the gentleman that owns the factory, the gentleman that's poured over the science over the years. It's important to know the facts. Maybe it was the one line. You know the line that said about, is your tablet like a rock or is it a capsule? If you're taking a rock tablet, well, already this is better. Just on that one thing alone, this is better. Let alone the better forms, the better levels, the better ingredients, the better purity. If it was up to me, we'd lock the doors and spend all night talking about this. Sadly, we only have a few minutes left for this presentation. Pricing is astonishing today. It's one of Andrew's most popular products, no doubt, and it's available virtually every day of the year, but it's not available at this pricing. This is where the pricing is going to be at the end of today. Still very competitive. Here's where the pricing is right now. I mean, look at the difference. Look at those two, or those three. You can see the pricing on the 400 caps, less than 20 cents a day, and it's on a flex pay, $20, saves you $90. It's like a buy one, get one when you look at it. Andrew went through even, 5 of the ingredients. The levels and form, I mean, you're looking at $250 worth in there alone. Just
the B12 and vitamin D alone, I mean, that underscores the value here. And that also underscores the difference. That typical multivitamins, all they are is giving you like a pittance, just a little bit of each of the vitamins and minerals. They're not paying respect to the science and research. And with vitamin B12, vitamin D and B12, you really need to pay attention to the science and the research and the epidemiologic studies that talk about nutrient levels that are challenging in America. And this formula is made for Americans here in America. So it's a product that, Marcel, I gave Marcel a treat. So Marcel,
coming back for more.
Want more? Can you sit? Can you give me a high five? Good boy. Good boy, Marcel.
There you go.
Go get Linky. Where's Link? Go get Link.
Where is Lincoln hiding over there?
Marcel, come here, Link. Link, come here, buddy. Come here, bud.
Here he comes, trotting along.
Here's Link. Sit, buddy. Can I have a high five, too? Good boy. Okay.
I swear he looks younger every year, Andrew Lincoln.
No, he's doing great. He's, as I said, he's almost 11 years old, and he's doing great. But so, as I was going on this chart here,
yep.
And probably it's better to I'll go to this one here. Talking about we have no additives. We're the only leading multivitamin with zeaxanthin. None of them offer it. And most of the leading vitamins contain no lutein, no lycopene. So if you look at this chart, versus the leading brands, higher levels of vitamin D and vitamin C, vitamin B1, B2, B5, B6, B12, our special form of B12, higher levels of trace minerals, selenium and chromium, 17 times higher level of the beauty vitamin biotin, 17 times. And biotin's very expensive. It's about $1,000 a kilo.
Oh my God.
Zeaxanthin, lycopene, and lutein. Per kilo active material, we're talking thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. The folic acid, the special form that we use, the 5-MTHF, that form is literally tens of thousands of dollars per kilo. So we invest in special forms, we invest in special levels, and we make sure that it's in a physical form, just the basics of it, that will be easy to swallow, that won't upset your stomach, that isn't an insult to you by putting artificial colors in the product or other additives. I mean, some of these products contain things like, they coat them with carnauba wax.
Right.
Carnauba wax, I think that's used in car wax.
Yes, it is.
Or shoe polish.
Yeah.
Some of them are coated in shellac, and shellac is it's allowed as an additive in foods, oddly enough. It's the secretion from the rear portions of the lac bug.
Oh, how lovely.
Shellac, I believe. It's not something I'm terribly familiar with because we would never use it. But those are the sorts of things that you're going to find
It's crazy.
in vitamin tablets, but not in mine. And mine are going to be 100% pure, give you the vitamins and minerals you want, and that's all you get.
And of course, it all boils down to a feeling. It's a feeling of better health. It's a feeling of doing a good thing. It's a feeling of knowing that we are taking and ingesting the very finest multivitamin in the world. And I said it, and I will say it again. The word that I use in this presentation, I don't use on any other product in any other show ever on HSN, but I'll use it right now. Best. It's the best. And I say it with confidence and with enthusiasm and passion. There is no better multivitamin in the world today than Andrew Lessman's Essential1. And every single person should be watching it. I mean, Andrew, I can't give it a better endorsement than that.
No, I appreciate that. I mean,
it's true.
And I say it's not opinion. It's objective. When you look at the form of B12, the level of B12, the form and level of vitamin D, this is a vitamin D that really respects your requirements. It does so without additives, without artificial colors, in a small, easy-to-swallow capsule that's going to dissolve instantly. That it's just done in a way that objectively, when we talk about facts or fiction, that's a statement you're making, not based upon opinion, but based upon fact. And certainly he's stating his opinion, but it's based upon facts. I just was going to read a few reviews.
Yeah.
I encourage you to go online and to read the reviews because they are virtually perfect. As I said, positive reviews are over 95%. 5-star reviews are over 85%. 4- and 5-star reviews are over 93%. And 4.7 stars. But best vitamins I've taken. I love these vitamins. They're the best ones I've taken. They have everything you need in them, and you don't have to take a horse pill to get it all. I love the fact that they go on sale at great prices too, this is the biggest sale of the year. Stock up. You won't be disappointed. The best, Andrew's vitamins are hands down the very best on the market. The multivitamin leaves no taste, no stomach upset, and has everything I should take in a multiple vitamin. I completely trust Andrew's products. I take many. I'm 65 and feel better than when I was in my 40s.
Wow.
Pre-Andrew. I know they are working. I eat healthy and exercise, and by taking these, I believe I'm doing everything I possibly can to ensure a good quality of life. The best, see, you keep using the word best. I have reordered this multivitamin multiple times. I love the soft capsule, easy to take, and it contains so many more vitamins and minerals than the drugstore brands. Easy to see why this is a bestseller from Judy in Michigan. Great vitamins. You can really tell the difference when you take these vitamins. I would recommend Essential1 to everyone who wants good benefits. I've taken a lot of vitamins in my life, and this one tops them all. I'm 74 years old, and I feel good, from Ginger, California. Best multivitamin on the market. My entire family takes this multivitamin. That is 5 of us. I've tried dozens of different brands of multivitamins, and this one tops them all. Most vitamins are hard tablets that don't dissolve that well and are hard to swallow. Capsules are much better, and the quality of Andrew's vitamins is the best. Each review has used the word best. I think we must have a chart that talks about the words. Best vitamin choice.
I'm not alone in this. I love it.
I've been using Essential1 vitamins for several years now. About once a year, I do a detailed comparison of these vitamins and other brands to ensure I'm getting the very best vitamin for my money. These vitamins always win in every comparison. I also appreciate that these vitamins are made in the USA at such a reputable company. I highly recommend these, and made with solar energy. And I'm just going to run back here quickly.
There's more.
I know I have this little chart here, so here we go. So out of the 3,335 reviews, 1,307 of them use the word great. 1,195 of them use the word love.
Wow.
883 of them said thank you. 854 of them said best. 565 of them talked about increased energy. 366 of them talked about easy to swallow and easy to digest. So that's about says it all, I guess.
They say it for us.
Yep.
In fact, Andrew, I think we're heading over this way now, but that's how I'm now going to refer to things. There's the time in our lives pre-Andrew Lessman, the time in our lives post-Andrew Lessman when we discover Andrew's vitamins.
My parents definitely talk about that.